The next topic that we will be studying will be classification of these sandhis. At the end of this lesson, we will be able to know the types of sandhi, names of the sandhis. Very simple topic. We can easily understand this. It is just me telling and you grasping it. Now, what we understood was samhita, sandhi, sandhi karya. These things we understood. Now, the sandhi karya is based on the type of transformation that occurs in the sound. Now, technically, there is another way of classifying the sandhis, whether the change that is happening is to the swara or the vyanjana or the visarga. Now, there are change that happens to the swara is swara sandhi. The change that happens to the vyanjana sound is the vyanjana sandhi. The change that happens to the visarga sound is visarga sandhi. Simple, very, very simple classification. Now, what are the types of changes that can happen, sir? Adesha, agama, lopa. So, swara sandhi is the change happening to the swaras. Vyanjana sandhi is the change happening to the vyanjana sounds. Visarga sandhi is the change happening in the visarga sound. Now, we know from the Maheshwara Sutras that swaras are called by the pratyahara ach. Therefore, in some textbooks, you will find swara sandhi as ach sandhi. And suddenly students get frightened. What is this ach? If you have learnt Maheshwara Sutras the way we learnt yesterday, all of us would realize that all the swaras are represented by ach, and therefore swara sandhi is also called as ach sandhi aj. Similarly, vyanjanas are called as hal, and therefore vyanjana sandhi is called as hal sandhi. Visarga sandhi is already there. It doesn't have another name. It is visarga sandhi only. Now, let us take some examples and see what are how transformations which are taking place, how the transformation, to which letter the transformation is taking place. Now, Ganeshaha, Gananayakaha ityapi prasiddhaha. Now, Gananayakaha, where is the sandhi happening here? Let us take the word Ganeshaha. Now, it has two words, Gana Ishaha. Is there a transformation here? Sound transformation that is required here. Gana A Ishaha E. So A and E sound. Gana Ishaha, Gana Ishaha, Gana Ishaha, Gana Ishaha, Gana Ishaha, Gana Ishaha, Ganeshaha. So the sounds A and E, they get replaced by the letter A. Ganesha. Here you see the A and E are swaras and A is also a swara. So the transformation is happening from a swara to a swara. That is what we should understand here in Ganesha. Now let us come to the word Nayakaha. Nai akaha, Nayakaha. I, A are the two sounds. I, A. Nai akaha, Nai akaha, Nai akaha, Nayakaha. Now, Nai akaha get replaced by I. Here the transformation is on the one side. Therefore, you have only I getting replaced and Nayakaha. So the replaced I is a swara vyanjana combination. A is a swara and Ya is a vyanjana. Now the swara gets transformed to a swara vyanjana combination. Now ityapi, this is very simple. Ikara and akara are the two sounds that are involved. The ikara swara is replaced by yakara vyanjana. Swara vyanjana, swara getting replaced by are transformed, the swara sound getting replaced, transformed to a Vyanjana sound. Now, this is the concept that we require. Swara Sandhi is a change that takes place in the swaras, is Swara Sandhi. The Adesha can be a Swara Vyanjana or a Swara Vyanjana combination. Now, there are different types of Swara Sandhis, which we'll be studying from the next class. Yant Sandhi, Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi, Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, Guna Sandhi, Vriddhi Sandhi, Purva Rupa Sandhi, Para Rupa Sandhi. These are the 7 Sandhis that we will be studying under Swara Sandhi in this course. Now, Vagishaha Shivamurtim Kurvan Aste. Let us take another example. Now, Vagishaha is one word. Kurvan Aste are the 2 words where we see that there is a possible Sandhi that has taken place. Now, if you take Vagishaha, Vak Ishaha, K Vyanjana sound and a Swara sound becoming G Vyanjana sound. So, a Vyanjana sound is getting replaced by a Vyanjana sound in Vagishaha. Similarly, if you come to Kurvan Aste, you have the Nakara and the Akara getting N Vyanjana is added to another, the existing Vyanjana. So it is an Agama kind of a change that is happening. Extra Vyanjanam is getting added and it is a Vyanjana which is getting added. So Kurvan Naste, and it is a Agama Karya. Now this, here you see Vyanjanasya Sthane. A change in the place of consonants is called Vyanjana Sandhi. Vyanjana Sandhi may involve either replacement, Adesha or Agama. Now there are 11 or 12 Vyanjana Sandhis that we may have to discuss. Chutva, Shtutva, Anunasika, Jashtva, Chartva, Anuswara, Parasavarna, Chatva, Purva Savarna, Ngamudagama, Tugagama, Satva. Depending on the time availability, we will see how much we can cover. The important ones definitely we will be covering in Vyanjana Sandhis. Similarly, Ramastatra Kridati, Balika Atra Patanti. Do we have a Sandhi here? Yes, we have Ramastatra, Balika Atra, two words where there is a possibility of a transformation. Ramaha Tatra, Ramastatra. Now, Visarga is getting transformed into Sakara and there is an Adesha which is happening. Visarga is not seen, but Sakara is seen. So there is an Adesha, Ramastatra, where Visarga is replaced by Sakara, a Vyanjana, and it's an Adesha. Balika Atra is another example where Akara and Visarga, there is a Visarga Lopa which is happening. Balikaha Atra, Balikaha Atra, Balikaha, Visarga disappears and there is a Visarga Lopa which is happening. So Visarga Sandhi definition is the change which happens in Visarga is Visarga Sandhi. And it can be an Adesha or a Lopa. So Lopa Sandhi, you have Ukaradesha Sandhi, we have Repadesha Sandhi, Sakaradesha Sandhi, Jihvamuliya and Upadmaniya also are another transformations that we will be seeing. Now, this is the broad Sandhi classification. We have Swara Sandhis, about 7, Vyanjana Sandhis, about 12 of them, and Visarga Sandhi, about 5 of them. So, we will be using a Sandhi product that we have developed at Vyoma Labs to do some exercises along with our PowerPoint presentations in the course. The exercises and some games also will be there, which we'll be doing in the next class.